So lately on the blog, I've been asking people about recycling and about using recycled products for packaging food. Basically, I wanted to know why even companies that really take a lot of pride in their recycling procedures and policies still do not use recycled materials to package their food. I've had some interesting answers, and basically everything I can find comes down to the fact that recycled plastic is just not considered safe for packaging food. I thought that was interesting, but I could understand why people would have concerns about the safety of using reused materials. So I decided to go look for alternatives. A couple commenters on the blog have suggested using gauze bags or paper bags or other types of reusables for your food. Granted, if you go to your average grocery store, something like granola or cookies or anything comes prepackaged for you, and you don't have a lot of choice about the materials there. Now, some people are really down on Whole Foods, and I understand it's not a perfect company, but one thing I really like there is that they do have their bulk food section so that you can come in and take as much as you want or as little as you want, and also it turns out that you do have some choice about the packaging you use. Now, I've put in an email to someone that I have had contact with before from Whole Foods so that I can get a better answer about this, and I don't want to try and explain their policies on things without speaking to someone first. But just as an average shopper, okay, you can go into the store and find out certain things. For example, I went to the bulk food section today and I found two of my favorite things. Granola, which I will be keeping at the office to eat for breakfast because I'm hungry when I get to work, and wasabi peas because they're delicious. And yeah, they're in plastic bags, which I'm not totally thrilled about. I would much rather use a reusable bag. On the bright side, although I did not have an appropriate bag for this today, I did find, and I'm going to try and show you this label, I hope it'll show up. I did find this printed on the bag. Can you read that? I don't know. Basically, it says that this bag is made of 100% post-industrial recycled resin. Translation, this is recycled. The bag, not the food. Anyway, so I thought that was interesting. Made me feel, less guilty about using the plastic bag. And yes, I will recycle these. However, I will also be looking for an alternative because, like I said, I'd rather use something reusable. That's one of the questions that I have in to my friend at Whole Foods. The next thing that I was surprised to find was these Tupperwares that are made by a company called Preserve. This is the same company that makes those recycled plastic toothbrushes I found a while back. This is made of 100% recycled materials, including takeout containers. I thought that was really cool. But it raised an important question for me. What is the difference between this plastic, which is allowed to be used for Tupperware, and the plastic that would be used to make any regular food packaging? What's the difference? Why is this safe and the other stuff is not? I was asking my in-laws about it over dinner tonight, and my mother-in-law suggested that maybe it has to do with shelf life, that you're expected to be able to keep things for a certain amount of time when they're in the original packaging, and that safety is not guaranteed with a recycled material. I don't know, I thought that was a good suggestion, but I don't know whether it's true or not. Next cool thing I found, it's not a huge deal, but it's a step in the right direction, is this little reusable, what do you call this? Sorry, it's a reusable produce bag. There's really not much to it. It's pretty much the same as a lingerie bag you use to wash your delicates, only it's meant for holding vegetables. Really no difference at all. So this is made of polyester, which is essentially a plastic. Not crazy about that. I would love it if this were made of something else, but at the same time I would far prefer to use a reusable polyester bag than a disposable plastic one. I think that's it for now. I would love to hear your input on why certain kinds of plastics are okay for reusing in certain situations and maybe how we could improve on that. Also suggestions about what type of bag would be best to bring to Whole Foods to use for my bulk food purchases. That would be great. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Good night.